Willie had this discussion about Marshawn. I don't think he was with us at all. But we had this discussion about where did I say where Marshawn should go, where Deshaun Watson should go. And Willie, I said my piece about where I think he should come here and why. And Willie slowly turned me into the idea of the Saints and why the Saints would be a better fit. And it turns out that I was right after all. So Willie, what say you about that, sir?
So, how about them Rangers? Oh, wait a minute. Nah, I mean, hey, nobody thought that dude would end up in Northeast Ohio. And y'all included, you and Marshawn and DJ Chris.
I did.
Look at my Facebook. Facebook.
And who? No.
I told you he should come here. And why he should come here. Why this is the best fit.
Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. There's a difference between hoping and actually saying what he should do. None of y'all thought that he was going to wind up there. You all hoped that he did, but none of y'all thought that he was going to end up there. I flat out came out and said he ain't coming there because I didn't think he was coming there. And whether he came there or not really didn't make me know never mind because I didn't think he was going to be there. But y'all need to get it straight. Y'all hoped and wished and prayed and all of that he would come there.
I got contacts on the ground. Man. I got some soldiers on the ground.
We all got contacts on the ground after the fact.
I got some soldiers on the ground, man. I knew he was coming.
Okay.
I knew he was coming too.
I'm getting it. Hey, really think I'm playing? I'm getting a 3% commissions fee off of this. I set this up. This Deshaun happened because of me. Why you Willie? You ain't listen yesterday. Rachel called me Marshawn Watson. She knew.
Well, could have called you Randy Watson.
That was an accident, of course. But Willie, I had laid out what I thought was a pretty convincing argument, and it's funny because I told other people, before he turned us down, that I thought he was coming here. I told you why I thought it was a great fit. Some of what we have on our team. Marshawn, why are you shaking your head?
Oh no.
Because me and Willie was having this conversation and I laid out my arguments about why I thought that this was a good place for him to come to. And Willie slowly, convinced me that, okay, I could see where he might be a better fit at, which was New Orleans. And at first,
no. That is not what I said.
Well, what you said?
What I said was if he wants to have the best chance to win a Super Bowl, he should go to New Orleans.
I don't remember none of that.
See, that's what I'm talking about. I'm about to go. Bye.
No, you're going to stay right here.
That's what I said. That is what I said. We actually laid it out. Not only on this show, we laid it out on the Ballers Report. We laid it out on the Shake Back Sports Show. The places that Deshaun should go if he wants to win a Super Bowl within the next 2 years. Nobody said Cleveland. Nobody did. Nobody.
He did.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, see, I see what time it is, man. I have no chance. I have no chance. As a matter of fact,
what do you mean?
Because y'all all twisting up the narrative and saying that I said this when I told y'all exactly what it was that I said. And I don't get it. Now that y'all got y'all quarterback, now y'all got selective amnesia.
Yeah,
I got it.
Man, because listen, we here. We have arrived. We are here.
Walking like George Jefferson.
You know what I'm saying? I'm walking. I got that Conor McGregor swag. We are here. Surprise, surprise. We are here.
We finally got a piece of the pie.
Yes, sir. I understand. I'll put it to you like this.
Better hope the biscuits don't burn in the kitchen.
Really excited because he got somebody his way.
So, Willie, what do you think about this move?
On the field or off the field?
On the field.
On the field, it puts Cleveland in a position to where they can actually contend. Is that what y'all wanted to hear?
We wanted to hear your thoughts.
That's my thought.
he ain't gonna give us much because he got to contend against us.
No.
We know
Come
it
on now.
puts him over that. It puts us over that tier of that team. You know, Willie was excited.
Man, I am excited, but I don't like being called out on something I didn't say.
You ain't gotta say it.
That's what the hostility. That's why I'm feeling all this hostility. That's why I'm getting all puffed up in the chest.
I love this way.
I think I gave a pretty accurate account of what took place on the air last week.
But this ain't about what you did. I'm not disagreeing with what you said. What I am disagreeing with is what y'all said I said. I didn't ever say that I thought he was coming there. I never thought that Cleveland would be the best fit for him to win a championship.
Yeah, you never said that. I'm talking about you. You said that the Saints. And then I slowly started to agree with you because you convinced me.
But you did agree with me in the fact that the Saints would be the best place as currently constructed at that time for him to win a Super Bowl within the next 2 years. Not that he would be the best fit in New Orleans or worst fit in Cleveland. It was never about that. We're talking about championships. But anyway, let me answer your question because you asked me. I feel a little. I might need to go back to bed and get up on the other side of it because I feel a little hostility today. Let me answer your question though. For real though, for all jokes aside, I mean, I'm happy for Cleveland. I'm happy for the Browns fan base that have essentially divorced Baker Mayfield, and I'm happy for the opportunity that Browns fans get the chance to get in terms of having that warmy, fuzzy feeling about your team actually being mentioned in terms of really being able to go to a Super Bowl. Now, here it is, because this is the same thing that's been said about the Browns for the last 3 years, right? The Super Bowl, a lot of people have picked the Browns to go to the Super Bowl at least once of the last 3 years. Yes or yes?
Yes, that's true.
Okay, so now it was a wish. Now it's a belief. And I believe that Deshaun Watson can give you guys the opportunity to really make a run at the Super Bowl. For real, for real. Now, if that's going to happen, there is something that needs to happen, that needs to take place sometime between now and training camp. And y'all have to get another receiver. Because that dude on that side over there, number 19 or whatever number he's wearing for y'all, that his last name is Cooper, you can't depend on that dude. I'm telling you now, you're not going to be able to depend on him.
Why you say that?
Because I am a Raider fan, and he did the same. What he did in Oakland was cool, but it was so inconsistent. Amari Cooper has all the tools to be a number one receiver in this league, or at least he did then. Because he's lost a step now. And he went to Dallas. Dallas Cowboy fans, Dallas Cowboy Nation. Oh, man, they beating on their chest. Got their pom-poms going. Oh, man, we got our guy. We got our number one guy. And Dak Prescott's numbers showed it. The passing game improved exponentially. But then I said, wait, hold on. He's going to disappear, and he's going to drop passes. And that's exactly what he did. And he did that right after he got that big deal that paid him $20 million a year that y'all are now paying. So now I will give y'all this, because you have one thing going in your favor with Amari Cooper. And that's the fact that he is now playing for another contract. So he may give y'all 90 catches.
Oh, yeah, because that contract is only for 1 year, right?
That contract is only for 1 year. So he may give y'all 90 catches this year and probably 3 drop passes instead of 65 catches and 11 drop passes.
Yeah.
So that's the one thing that y'all have in y'all favor. And I don't know if anybody up there in Cleveland is saying anything about that, but we're going to say it here because that is a huge factor in how Amari and Deshaun will mesh and how he will perform on the field for the Cleveland Browns.
Okay. That's it.
I'm listening. I'm letting Willie get his funky off. I said my words. I'm giving Willie all his time before I reiterate what I'm saying.
Well, what are your thoughts about Amari Cooper?
I think he's going to be fine. I mean, is he going to be a number one receiver. Is he going to be a star receiver? No, but I think he's going to elevate the receivers that's going to be around him. The DPJs, if Anthony Schwartz is still here, him, the other receivers we get, maybe possibly Will Fuller, possibly Jarvis Landry, possibly Odell Beckham again. I don't know. So whoever we get, it'll just be a complimentary piece adding on to Amari Cooper. I don't need Amari Cooper to, get 1,600 yards. I mean, 1,000, 1,100 yards would be perfectly fine with me.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
1,000 yards, 1,100 yards, 7 touchdowns. I feel like you did your job.
And I felt like, he wouldn't be capable of doing that or having the best season if he had Baker Mayfield throwing to him.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, having a better quarterback is going to, be able to help him possibly get back to, number one form probably because, as reports are coming out, Baker was the problem, as we kind of suspected and knew all along. We talked about this. Baker Mayfield was a problem with this team. It wasn't Odell Beckham, as reports led you to believe. I think that there's a lot of different narratives that come into play with stuff like that, who people consider troublemakers and all that other stuff, and who is an innocent angel. And the reports that have been coming out about Baker Mayfield, they have not been great. And right now, he is searching for a team, and it appears that no team wants him. So where's Baker Mayfield going to go, you guys?
I think either
Texas Tech.
He'll go to Seattle.
They committed to Drew Lock.
I think Seattle, or I think somebody like the Tampa is going to, trade for him, let him be a backup, let him learn at a time, let him mature, and then give him a run.
I object.
I don't care. They can send that man to Siberia for all I care, bro.
I object.
Ain't here.
I object. I object, Your Honor.
That's all I care about.
Sustained.
Okay. Let me make my case for Baker Mayfield, which really ain't a case. Baker Mayfield is due $19 million guaranteed this year, whether he plays or whether he doesn't play. No team is going to trade for him in a $19 million contract as a backup quarterback. That ain't going to happen. Tampa's not doing it. Nobody's going to do it. Now, what's going to happen is this, because they're not going to cut him. Well, they may cut him, but whether they cut him or they don't cut him, he's still going to get paid. But if they're
still on the hook for that money too, if they do cut him. So
and he's the number one overall pick from 2017, right?
18.
So 18?
Yep.
Okay, it's from 2018. So Seattle needs a quarterback. Carolina needs a quarterback.
They don't want him.
Who else needs a quarterback? I would venture to say that the Lions need a quarterback.
You think he better than Jared Goff?
Well, I mean, what do they have in common? They both former number one overall picks, and neither one of them are going to be with the team that drafted them here pretty soon. Is he better than? I think he is better than Jared Goff.
Jared Goff took his team to a Super Bowl.
No, Jared Goff did not. Jared Goff was the quarterback of a team that went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
that ain't the same thing. Come on now.
Technically, no.
Let's not front and act like it's the same thing. You know what? I really would like to see Baker in Carolina. DJ Moore, Terrace Marshall III.
They need a line.
Christian McCaffrey. I like to see him in Carolina. They ain't gonna trade for him.
The reports are they don't want him.
Who? Carolina?
Yeah.
Well, nobody really wants him. Look, nobody may want him right now, but at some point, somebody's gonna need him. And really and truly, Baker can sit back and chill. Baker can sit back and well, I don't know if since he's not gonna be in Cleveland anymore, if he's gonna be making progressive commercials, but he can go and get some personal development. He can go and get some leadership skills training while continuing to work on his game that really was not that bad. I mean, he did throw for 28 touchdowns or 27 touchdowns his rookie year. He did win the Heisman Trophy. You can't be sorry. You You can't be a bad quarterback and take your team and really, because of your defense, is the reason why you didn't go to the AFC Championship game 2 years ago. You can't be that guy, and then all of a sudden you can't play anymore. People look, teams don't want Baker because of what he can't do on the field. They don't want him because of what he is off the field.
That's true. I have no objections there.
Yeah, because can he really lead a team? And what happened with Odell Beckham shows you that he can't lead a team. He doesn't have any leadership ability and things of that nature. So, he has deficits in performing on the field, deficits of being a leader. Who could he possibly fit with? If I was an NFL team, why would I take this guy? Why would I give him a second chance? Sometimes people don't deserve second chances.
He's going to get a second chance. If Johnny Manziel got a second chance, this dude will get a second chance.
Manziel got a second chance?
He did.
In Canada?
No, I forgot what team. Did he go to the Jets or something like that?
Nah, but he got more.
You don't have one NFL team ever.
But you don't have to go to another team to get a second chance. I mean, the Browns gave him another chance. They gave him chance after chance.
Manziel?
Yes.
No, I don't think they ever. No. After Billy Manziel, it was over with for that boy. After Billy Manziel, they was done with him, man. I think that was like him at his peak of dumb.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty freaking retarded.
Oh, yeah, he did go to the Canadian League after playing with the Browns. I mean, how short was that NFL
ain't no second
career?
Chance. That's like going from the NBA to the G League. That ain't no second chance.
Now, hold on. I gotta object again because they be balling in Canada, dog. For real.
Not Johnny, though.
Well,
how often do you watch Canadian football?
As often as I can. I actually had somebody on my show that played in the CFL.
Really?
Yep.
I probably watched about 30
that
seconds.
Much, huh? That much.
I don't watch. I stopped watching it when I seen that they give the receivers that you get like a head start. They let the slot receiver go. I'm not watching it.
Yeah, sounds boring. All right,
we got out there watching the Guardians.
We gotta take a break really quickly. You're listening to Her in the Huddle on WOVU and 95.9 FM. We'll be right back.
Bill want us to be a snitch.
Huh?
Bill wants you to be a snitch. Want you to be a fed.
We are seeking a diverse group of young and motivated individuals who truly reflect our community. Call 216-623-5233 to speak with our recruiter or go to governmentjobs.com/careers/Cleveland. I encourage you to apply today. Yo, Siri, who has the hottest app in the city?
WOVU 95.9 FM.
Siri, tell them why WOVU 95.9 FM got the hottest app right now.
WOVU streams at 192 kilobits per second, giving the best sound in the city.
WOVU has the new sound coming out our app right now. The only one in the city at 192 kilobytes per second. Listen, man, it is going down. That's what you're telling me, Siri?
That's right, DJ Chris Styles. You already know what it is.
Listen, check out our new sound right now. Go to your mobile store app, download WOVU 95.9 FM and check us out right now. Tell everybody, listen, we coming at you. This is the first Bell Car Community Radio Station. You already know what it is. Welcome back to Her in the Huddle with Rachel Hill, the First Lady of Sports.
All right, welcome back to Her in the Huddle, WOVU and 95.9 FM. This is your girl, Rachel Hill, the First Lady of Sports. And keep in mind, you can always listen to us at 95.9 FM. You can download that WOVU app so you can listen to us on the go. You can always listen online at wovu.org, and you can always join the conversation at 216-271-0959. And you can also watch us on StreamYard.com on ASAP, All Sports All Plays Network. And I am here with Willie Epstein Jr. and Marshawn Powers, and we were discussing Deshaun Watson coming to the Cleveland Browns. Now, also, Cleveland Browns also had another pickup at quarterback, and they selected Jacoby Brissette. You guys, what do you think about the pickup of Jacoby Brissette to back up Deshaun Watson?
Solid.
Agreed.
Solid. One word. Solid. He's gonna be a solid guy to bring in. Former backup. Put him in when needed. He's gonna be solid.
And you know what about Jacoby Brissette, man? He's one of the smartest quarterbacks out there. I mean, he had his work ethic is all that. He's a leader. You know, he was the understudy for Tom Brady for all those years in New England. So he knows what to do. When he was in Miami, actually when he was in Indy, you know, Indianapolis, they got rid of him or they let him walk after Phillip Rivers decided to come there for 1 year on a $23 million deal. Then he goes down to Miami. He plays well down in Miami. Look, I'm thinking that the Browns are thinking that Deshaun is going to probably be suspended for a minimum of 6 games. So if Jacoby Brissett, who is good enough to be, at one point was good enough to be a starter in this league, he is able to come in and really hold down the fort. And on top of that, his game, the way he plays the game or the way he plays quarterback really would mesh well with what Kevin Stefanski wants to do with that offense, with those running backs, with Kareem Hunt, and also the other kid, what's his name? Nick Chubb. You know, he can do things that Baker couldn't do. He can run the read option. He can run the spread option. He can run the RPOs, all those things that Baker really couldn't do. So it's exciting for you guys, man. And then Cleveland has 2 African-American quarterbacks in the same quarterback room at the same time.
That's something amazing, because a lot of people say that, you know, the city of Cleveland is very racist and they don't want a black quarterback. So now, not saying that just happen, you know, just because this happens, it disproves, you know, we all know that racism is everywhere, and, you know, black people have to deal with it every day. But, you know, this is a monumental step as well, having 2 black guys head the organization. So, you know, I think it's a great move, and Jacoby Brissett is a proven veteran. And, you know, I think, you know, depending on how long that suspension is, he'll be able to bring some calm, some leadership to that locker room as well, and keep everyone on the, well, you know, not necessarily straight and narrow, but he can be that leader in the locker room until Deshaun Watson gets back. So I think it was a great pickup. I like Jacoby Brissett. I always have. He's got a good arm, and they didn't want to keep Case Keenum for some reason. They did not want him around. They let him go, but Case will be fine.
Just like Baker Mayfield. That's why.
Huh?
They're the same quarterback, him and Baker Mayfield. They're the same quarterback.
Yeah. But they got rid of that salary because they was paying him what,
almost $7 million.
Yeah, to be a backup quarterback, and didn't use him when Baker Mayfield got hurt. So I never understood that. But you know, there's no complaints on his behalf. So I guess he's all right. So he with a new team and everything. So also the Browns picked up Jakeem Grant, wide receiver from the Bears. What do you guys think about that move?
I like it. You know, you pick up a guy who we needed a returner. You know, the Browns punt return and kick return has been anything great of terrible.
It hasn't been good since Josh Cribbs.
No. I would say after Josh Cribbs, you had the guy. What was the one that used to chase rabbits from Florida? Travis Benjamin. Travis Benjamin was pretty solid as a returner. So we haven't had anything since him. You know, I like Jakeem Grant. You know, he's a speeder. He's a burner. So I'm curious to see what he'll do. Him and, you know, maybe if they switch him and Felton out, or if he's the primary returner. I'm curious to see what they do. So I like that solid pick.
Special.
Why you say special?
Because he's a special teamer.
Oh, yeah. But will he be able to log some time in as receiver as well?
I mean,
I
I
don't
don't.
know. It depends on who else they pick up. Man, with the roster they have right now, he gonna get some time. They pick
Yeah.
up some. I mean, Jarvis come back, Will Fuller, like I said, OBJ. He probably just be strictly a returner.
OBJ ain't coming back.
Hey,
OBJ
we
ain't
don't
coming.
need none of that. You said we weren't gonna get Deshaun Watson, so
Yeah, but this.
I'm gonna need you to stay over there and worry about if Belichick's disciple is gonna have success in the black hole.
Yeah, the former black hole because they don't play in Oakland anymore.
That's the new black hole right there.
Mm.
It's the black casino. Might as well call it that.
That's what it is.
Somebody did say something to OBJ on Twitter saying that
It was Tezo.
Yeah,
My guy.
I don't know who that is.
Tezo. Oh man, I appreciate Tezo for that. He's a rapper from Cleveland.
Okay.
But he pretty much was like, yo, I actually retweeted it too. I sent it to all my homies.
Yeah.
My homie Tezo was just pretty much like, here you go. He said, OBJ, come back, champ. That's all he said. And OBJ said that's an interesting one.
That wasn't a no.
I heard Willie wouldn't know this, but supposedly OBJ lived in. I shouldn't say this, man, but I say it. He lived in. You got me?
Well, so now y'all keeping secrets.
Okay. I ain't gonna put his business out there. Apparently his house is still furnished and like it ain't unpacked yet. So
it's an Airbnb.
So, but apparently his house is not unpacked. The movers ain't came there yet. So,
okay.
Would it be crazy if Jarvis and Odell both?
I know.
Hey, OBJ, hey, listen, take all the time you need to heal up.
Yeah.
But, when it's go time,
He said that's interesting. He didn't say no.
He didn't say no.
So I'm looking at it like there's always a possibility.
Exactly. He also said the coach situation was looking nice. The coach lead receiver T.Y. Hilton ain't really. He.
You know what else is possible, Rachel? Let me tell you what else is possible, Rachel.
Yes, Willie.
Getting chicken pox after you've already had it as a kid is possible.
That's shingles.
They all and require medication. Which is what you guys need right now for the way that y'all talking. And I'm gonna just go ahead and play my trump card, okay? I happen to know somebody that is very, very, very close to Odell Beckham Jr. And I'm going to get the tea. I'm talking about somebody that's so close to him that he celebrates his birthday with them.
Okay. I mean, we ain't saying that it's official. Nobody knows if it's official. We just saying
he ain't going to Cleveland.
If his options limited, he definitely ain't go. I don't think he's going back to LA. Definitely not. Allen Robinson and no, I don't think he's going to LA. So
they might trade Robert Woods.
Very scarce. Who?
They might trade Robert Woods.
They already did. They traded him to Tennessee, but you still OBJ, Allen Robinson.
And the Browns would probably be patient with him, knowing, after what he went through with his leg.
He still got some homies here, man. He still got some friends here that play college football that, worked out with him, things of that nature. So I pay attention to what they post online,
And Baker was the problem, so
they all said it too. It's crazy because soon as OBJ got released, all of his closest homies stood up for him.
Well, the
Browns stood up.
Yeah, the players in the locker room, they couldn't believe that it happened.
Exactly. They speak.
And they kept quiet about the true reason and what was really going on in there. But it was
Hey Willie, if you get a chance, watch Colin Cowherd's little podcast. What's it called? The Volume. Mary Kay Cabot was on there.
I saw it.
You saw it. You see what she said about the Haslam's, right?
What she said, I didn't get that far into
it. They didn't want to get rid of OBJ. They really loved OBJ. They only got rid of OBJ because it was going to make their quarterback look bad. That his father shared the video. He didn't put the video out there. He shared the video that was on YouTube. I know for 100% fact he didn't share that video because I shared it to some friends a couple hours before the video came out.
I got a question.
I sent it to some of the homies.
It was 100% true though.
I got a question.
That he didn't share it?
No, the video. Everything in the video.
It was 100% true. I watched it the night before and I woke up and all HE double hockey sticks broke loose.
I got a question.
Yes, Willie.
So if the Haslams were so concerned about about Baker Mayfield looking bad in this incident, why did they run him out of town?
Optics.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah.
But okay, but they ran him out of town. So you
They
talking about
didn't run him out of town. They gave him the choice. They blessed him by, like, what did they do? Cut him and rearrange his contract. They didn't have to do all of
because
that.
they knew he was going to LA.
They knew he was going to a winning team. They knew he was going to LA or West End to win.
They put him in
they
a good
pretty much-
position.
No. I'm talking about if they were concerned about it making Baker look bad, why is Baker no longer there?
Because it just gave them more fuel to the fire. It gave them more ammunition. Like I was telling Rachel and Kate yesterday, I had one of my uncle's friends is a retired a field manager for the Browns. And he said he heard through his connects that from out of Berea that they were purposely, this was purposeful, basically.
And
this isn't no surprise that Baker Mayfield is not longer here. This is purposeful.
So okay, now I got some thoughts about that, man. It's just ridiculous.
So they got tired of Baker too, and one of the big things that made them mad was when he had walked off after the Detroit Lions game, in which they won, and he walked off and went and talked to the media and stuff like that. So that was one of the things that didn't sit well with him too, and it didn't sit well with a lot of people here in Cleveland as well.
Jimmy was the one who wasn't Jimmy. Didn't Jimmy have to be convinced to want him in the draft anyway? Because if I'm not mistaken, Jimmy was sold on Sam Darnold. And John Dorsey kind of had to sell him on. If I'm not mistaken, Dorsey sold him on Baker last minute. So, it didn't take much to get Jimmy Haslam off the Baker Mayfield train. And accordingly, he was the first one to jump off. So once the one who signed the checks is off, I mean, you really ain't got no more hopes on that. You ain't really got. Nobody else can save you once the boss man is off.
Because Jimmy tasted some victory in that playoff game, and he wants some more. So
it's like you know what that reminds Jimmy of? It's like going to a 5-star restaurant, right? And then you only get how they be giving them baby plates with a little corner of food for presentation. It's like getting that
and charge you $40, $50
a lot of money for it. When you like, man, come on, stop playing with me. Let me get that 16-ounce steak, man. That Kobe beef, that A5. Let me get that. They don't want to do that.
Yeah, he a billionaire. He touched that success. He didn't get to where he was by sitting back. So we got to go ahead and take a break. You're listening to Her in the Huddle on WOVU 95.9 FM. We'll be right back. Be careful when you're drinking because the microphone can pick up everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's like, oh my God.
These some good mics then, because they definitely pick up. I heard it yesterday. It was picking up crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Now, I was sitting here laughing because one of my homies sitting here text me.
Yeah, Jimmy was like, fuck that. But when Mary Kay was talking about how she tried to warn them about, because I listened to that whole interview when she tried to warn them about Baker and stuff like that. They didn't listen.
She tried to warn?
John Dorsey, yeah. John Dorsey didn't listen. They was like, they want somebody like Baker. And that shit backfired. Did you listen to the whole thing?
I didn't listen to the whole thing. I'm going to watch it after we do Willie's.
I listened to the whole thing.
Now she about to probably get a big pay raise. Now she about to go. I wouldn't be surprised if she leave Cleveland.com and go.
Yeah, she always right.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised
People
if
hate
she
her.
leave Cleveland.com and go somewhere bigger. This might be her.
I don't know if she's gonna leave. She's been doing it so long. Unless ESPN, unless somebody offered her a boatload of money.
That she can't turn down. I can see it.
Yeah.
They'll cover a big market team, get her out of Cleveland. Everybody kind of getting that hate off of her.
Yeah.
Or for the Titans. They pay you X amount of dollars. You work for ESPN. You got
yeah, most of them end up going, but she kind of older. Like, you know what I'm saying?
We'll buy you a house down in Nashville. Come on now, people got tactics. We'll buy your house in Nashville. You know, we'll pay off your other house. How much it costs? Come on, $1,000. So, you know, they definitely do whatever they can to get you.
She always right. People hate her and bash her, but she always right. Daryl told me Baker wasn't gonna be here after March too.
Girl, you saw him yesterday?
No, he been told me that.
Patients with COVID long haul syndrome.
He been told me that he was gonna be gone.
But their symptoms are not recognized.
When Jarvis didn't speak no more, I was like, yeah, something. They pissed him off when they traded his boy.
After the initial COVID infection, there are several.
What that one tastes like?
Tastes pretty good though. I had a little high before. It's the only thing I get from there.
These symptoms are shortness of breath, coughing and fever.
Maybe I'll try that one
fatigue and exhaustion
next time or something.
Brain fog, atypical and palpitations, behavioral health issues like depression and anxiety, difficulties with cognition and memory, insomnia and other sleep problems, generalized pain and muscle aches, joint pain and impaired mobility, persistent loss of smell and taste,
What that was?
diarrhea,
This is flashing.
skin rashes.
Huh?
I didn't know what that was at first.
You never seen that or noticed that? Unless you know somebody here.
Click on the banner at the top of the page and complete.
I fell out with the lady that do this commercial.
This message is brought to you
Cause
by
pretty much
WOVU.
I didn't like the way I was the treasurer of this journalism association, and I didn't like the fact she alluded to like I was doing something like I wasn't doing what I was supposed to with the money. You know, and my name is everything. So I'm like, you know, I stopped going to meetings and stuff because I'm like, I'm gonna swing on her. All right, welcome back to Her and Huddle, WOVU 95.9 FM. Marshawn told us to watch an interview between Mary Kay Cabot and Colin Cowherd. And one of the things that Mary Kay talked about was that she tried to warn, after observing him in the Senior Bowl, how he acted around staff and, you know, how he played and stuff like that. She warned the Browns, she didn't say who, but she warned the Browns about Baker Mayfield, and she didn't get a good feeling about him. And supposedly John Dorsey said, that's the type of person that we want in this organization. That's who I want as my quarterback. And now we see that John Dorsey is no longer on. Freddie is gone. That was a disaster. But Marshawn, what are your thoughts about that comment?
About which one?
About how she tried to warn the organization that Baker Mayfield.
One thing people got to understand: the NFL is a aggressive sport. So that when you think of aggressive, you think of manly. You think of masculine. So they're not gonna listen to a woman. And I know that may sound crazy, but we talking about grown men who run an organization. You think they're gonna absolutely listen to a woman who says, "Don't go get this quarterback"? No, unless that person is certified, know what they talking about, and they may listen to it. Now they may listen to Mary Kay Cabot right now. She may have to say so now because she turned out right, but I don't think I think John Dorsey and them looked at her as like I'm not saying she's a peasant, but they kind of looked at her in the eyes of like, oh, this peasant don't really know anything. You know what I'm saying?
But Mary Kay has always been right, no matter what.
Yeah.
So it's kind of sickening, and now Baker Mayfield isn't going to be part of this. So a couple comments George has for us is this: Watson happening and wanting to come to Cleveland is the biggest item since Bernie Kosar wanted to play here, and Ernie, of course, he drafted him in a supplemental draft, and that turned out well. He said, could a draft day trade happen where Baker goes for a pick of the team? And Baker goes for the pick of the team he is traded to. Then also, how about the possible scenario someone in training camp gets injured, hopefully not, and they are in need of a QB? Deshaun Watson will have influence if Landry or OBJ come here. If Clowney comes back, the dominoes may fall. He said, think about this. Baker was drafted by Dorsey, Andrew Berry, management, got their QB in Watson. Haslam has opened up his checkbook. Dan Gilbert has opened up his checkbook, but the Dolans are still afraid to open up that money stream to sign a quality player. So a couple different comments that came in from George Mendicki. Always appreciate his support. Any thoughts about some of those comments?
He's 100% right.
I absolutely
100% correct.
I think so. And once, Deshaun Watson coming here, I really think that Jarvis is contemplating coming back and maybe OBJ too. The cause of the issues is gone at this point. Well, he's still here, but he's going to be gone. Could he have a change of heart, thinking that things will be better and a substantially better quarterback, because they want to make their money too. They want to earn their bonuses and things like that. And, who's the best quarterback that's going to help them get paid? You see Ron Gronkowski, Gronk, what did Tom Brady do? Tom Brady played that game that he was supposed to put out just to help him earn that bonus. So, you think about things like that, and those are things that they're thinking about too, getting their money while they still can. So they want to play with a better quarterback. So I'm hoping that OBJ is giving some sizable thought to this, and we can let bygones be bygones.
No, that's 100% true. I am one of those people where I never really was mad at OBJ. I understand. Let's get back to it.
Willie, why your eyes get so big?
I guess anything's possible. Like Kevin Garnett said after they beat the Lakers in the NBA Finals back in 2008 or whatever it was, anything's possible. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Hey, speaking of anything is possible, I'm gonna throw something at y'all. You think Julio Jones, Matt Ryan, Indianapolis coach would be possible?
Julio Jones going to the Colts?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I wouldn't have been mad if he came here, but
No.
But I was about to say, he's always been hurt. So the past few years he's been hurt and not been able to produce. But I thought about it for a quick second when the Titans released him. But I'm like, oh, I realized why the Titans released him. So, I don't think a comeback is going to be made here. We already got one person who might be considering us out, due to injury.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So, fellas, let's go ahead and get into this Laker Cavalier game. I thought that the Cleveland Cavaliers were going to win. I thought that they were a better team than Lakers, and I just thought that they were going to win. And LeBron came in here and put on a show and show who's boss. He's 17-1 against the Cavs. He never lost us. He's 17-1 against the Cavs, and last night he went off for 38 points, 12 assists, and 11 rebounds. Why does OBJ own the Cavs even if they're good now? I mean,
this is
LeBron.
This is the only organization that OBJ had. I mean, you got me.
See, it's easy to do.
That you have that LeBron James has
back to Cleveland
control over. He doesn't have control over the Lakers because they were an historic team before him. They will be an historic team after him. They weren't. He didn't have much control in Miami because you're dealing with
Pat Riley. Yeah, none.
So this is the only team that he has full-fledged control over. I.e., you getting courted, during All-Star weekend by saying that you potentially have three. The city has 3 All-Stars, things of that nature. I don't think that would fly.
He want to come back here so bad.
If Melo went back, if they had an All-Star game in New York and Melo went, let's say he made the All-Star game this year as a Laker, he went to New York saying the Knicks got 3 All-Stars. You know how crazy Melo would be looked at. So LeBron would be toying with Cleveland fans' emotions because he knows I can say we because I'm from here, but I don't feel like I fall in that category because I know his tricks. So the fans, he could toy with their emotions. He know they're vulnerable. He know they're kind of desperate here to be known as a winning city consistently. So he can play with our emotions a little bit.
You don't think he's gonna retire here?
Wherever his son goes. You never know. You never can really decide where LeBron goes, man. LeBron goes where the wind goes. If LeBron could get traded to, I don't know, Miami tomorrow and play with Jimmy Butler and tomorrow, he would do it. Wherever he could jump on the bandwagon and win a championship with a good team with another superstar. That's what he's on right now. He just want to win, set them records, play with some.
I think he does have a desire to come back here.
What is here?
I mean, I know that this isn't LA, but I think he might play with a team of young stars than what he got right now. They might not even make the playoffs.
He would destroy this team.
They're not even gonna make the playoffs.
Who?
The Lakers. They're 9th seed right now.
They still in the play-in, so they got a chance. They're better than the Cavs. Better than the Cavs. And a season sweep shows why. I know everybody can say, "Oh, you're only as good as your record," but I guarantee if the Cavs and the Lakers played 10 times, the Lakers will win 9 out of 10.
If the Cavaliers didn't stop playing defense, they were in a different game.
Right.
I was in awe of LeBron doing everything that he did. But if he, sorry about that. If Russell Westbrook actually had a good game last night as well too, and DJ Augustin went perfect for perfect. So the Lakers actually put together a game, but I think that, they knew how important it was for LeBron to come back here and win a game. So I think that's why you got that. You got what you got out of the Lakers last night. But I think LeBron desires to play for Cleveland. Because why would you sit there and say that, you got 3 Cleveland All-Stars here?
Because one, he didn't want to hear about what was going on in LA all weekend. This is his city. He's back home. And 2, he can toy with your emotions, man.
That part.
He can toy with your emotions.
I can't stand men.
He know how to just say things, and it'll ruffle the fans here. Because the fans here are
y'all just be lying.
They over exaggerate certain things. That whole weekend, LeBron's coming home. No, he's not. He just know how to play with your emotions.
Y'all just be lying about stuff. We gotta take a quick break. That was quick. So you're listening to Her and Huddle on WOVU 95.9 FM. We'll be right back. Y'all, why y'all just be lying?
Because you like to play with emotions. You like to play with your emotions. Oh, man, Ron ain't coming home.
Join us as we celebrate.
Ain't nothing here for him for Cleveland. He outgrew Cleveland. That's just how it is. And man, outgrew the land. He ain't trying to. Only way he'll come back here is after he retire or something. If he just want to be here for the springtime or something.
No, they're gonna stay out in LA. They love LA.
I don't think they will.
What would they come back here for?
They don't come back here.
Have you been to LA? Shit.
Yeah, but Brian getting so much trouble.
Huh?
Brian getting a lot of trouble. That's why they left Miami. Because cheap.
Well, duh.
Stop cheating.
Duh.
Yeah, ditch with you.
Of course. I'm surprised by that.
Yeah.
Of course.
Welcome back to Her in the Huddle with Rachel Hill, the First Lady of Sports.
All right, welcome back to Her in the Huddle on WOVU and 95.9 FM. Willie, did you give your thoughts about whether or not LeBron was coming back to Cleveland?
Yeah, he'll be back.
When he play against us, right? Is that the punchline?
He'll be back. Nah,
is that the punchline?
I kind of would like to see it happen. I would like to see him go back to Cleveland. His 25th year. 25th year in the league. He'll be 43? And Bronny would be on the squad with him. Bronny wins an MVP and they win a championship together.
Oh God. When he's 43, he ain't gonna. You think he's gonna make it to 43?
I mean, have you seen him play lately?
Yeah, I mean, I know, but I mean, his head did get above the rim for one of the first times last night in those dunks that he had. But I don't know, man. Vince Carter at 42, he looked like an old man, you know,
Fossil.
huh?
A fossil. A fossil of himself.
Yeah, he was looking quite old, especially that last time in Cleveland. He could barely get off the bench and walk. So I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna be able to play the 43.
Uh-uh.
I
Well,
mean, it's different. Tom Brady don't get touched.
this is very
LeBron
true.
is a bulldozer.
This is very true. However,
So
stranger things have happened.
yeah, well, I mean, but I think that when him being 43, I don't know if he would. I doubt he would put us in contention, but it'd be a great story to wrap up a storied career.
That would be the only reason why I want to see it.
Not because you want us to win titles and stuff.
He ain't winning no titles ever again. Sorry.
He told you.
Well, I mean, y'all think he content with that?
He ain't got a choice. Nobody wants to play with LeBron, dude. Nobody. Everybody wants to beat LeBron.
This is factual information.
I mean, he could join like the Warriors at any time,
I don't even
like Kevin Durant did.
I don't even think he would want to even play with them dudes, really.
Why not?
Because he want to beat them.
He wouldn't have to do much.
But he wants to beat them. LeBron, come on, that ain't even in LeBron's DNA to let somebody else be like, yo, we got this one, homie. Nah, that ain't even for to happen.
Especially as he get older.
Man, that all the more reason why he wants to be the man. To show that he is still the man.
I wouldn't want to be doing all that at the age of 43. That's a lot.
Well, that's why we talk about sports and he actually plays it.
It's a lot of miles on those tires already. But I would love to see him be able to get the 2 more rings because I'm just tired of the argument, about him not being better than Jordan because of the rings. If it's rings only, he can go out and get him a couple more rings and then
he ain't better than Jordan, and it ain't because the rings.
What is it about?
I'm saying, you said you tired of the argument about Michael Jordan.
A lot of people base it solely on rings.
Okay, but I'm saying that he is not better than Michael Jordan, and it's not because of the amount of rings that he has. No, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not. Period.
Yes, he is. Longevity, everything.
He wasn't gifted with.
What makes? Let me ask you this, Willie. I know we got 7 minutes.
And we gotta get to the Rangers too, right? And the Guardians.
Yeah, they got their butts whooped.
Yeah, I got something about that. Go ahead. Go ahead, Marshawn. I got something about that for real.
What makes Michael Jordan better than him? 3 things. Without saying he went 6-0 in the finals. Give me 3 other things that says Michael Jordan is better than LeBron James.
Number 1, Michael Jordan had a killer instinct. Number 2, Michael Jordan ain't never shied away from the big shot.
Okay.
I'm not saying LeBron doesn't shy or does shy away from the big shot, but there's been times when LeBron has shied away from the big shot. Now, making the correct basketball play and being afraid to take the big shot are not the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then number three is this. A whole set of rules was put out to defend Michael Jordan. I'm taking all of your arguments away about you saying or anybody saying that LeBron is greater than Jordan. LeBron ain't never done those 3 things ever.
That's true.
I mean, whatever.
But he still ain't better.
But you asked me to give you 3 things, but now you want to still hang on to the umbilical cord. I got you.
The Jordan rules, blah blah blah.
Sorry, good Willie.
And I wasn't even a Michael Jordan fan. I was a Piston fan.
Oh my goodness.
I hated the Bulls, dude.
Man, how many different teams you gonna be fans of, Willie? You really only allow one team per sport.
But my favorite player played for the Pistons of all time.
Isaiah Thomas?
Yes.
Oh, ask Jordan about him.
That's why I didn't like them.
They so funny. They so funny.
Yeah. Straight up.
Oh man, Jordan and Isaiah Thomas are still funny. I still can't believe they hate each other.
A lot of people hate Jordan. A lot of people hate Jordan. A lot of people hate Jordan.
Yeah, I mean, but still, but I think Michael Jordan hate Isaiah too.
Yeah. So does Magic Johnson.
Hate Isaiah too?
Yep, they used to be tight. Remember they used to kiss before every game?
What happened?
Yeah, on the cheek. They thought they were some dons, and they were really. They were the dons of the NBA. They would greet each other with a kiss.
Oh wow.
I can tell you what happened. It was one of those finals. I want to say it was 80, maybe 88, when Detroit lost to the Lakers in the 7th game in Los Angeles. Isaiah Thomas went for 25 points in the third quarter after spraining his ankle, and Magic Johnson took a cheap shot at him after they were supposed to be boys, and I think he was already injured, or he had just gotten injured, or it was just before he got injured during that game, and ever since then, nothing.
Well, you think that one day they get over that? So, really quick, Willie, you said you had something about baseball. We got 3 minutes left.
So the Guardians played the Texas Rangers in spring training yesterday, right?
Yeah, and they got shellacked.
What was the score?
25-12.
25-12. So they got
I didn't even know that. Goodness.
So they got 2 touchdowns and a 2-point conversion.
Who lost?
The Guardians.
Oh yeah, I won't be watching much of them.
But they was 2-1 and there's ties in the middle.
Yeah.
So they 2-1-1.
So after you texted that this morning on the content report, I happened to text Donnie Ecker, the hitting coach and the bench coach for the Texas Rangers. And I said to him, "Good morning, coach. Dang, 25 on the board against Cleveland? Let me get a few hacks." And he responded, "LOL, anytime." I'm gonna go get me a bat so I can take my hacks against the Guardians, baby.
Yeah, pitching obviously was not good that day. Zach Plesac starts today, so he'll get his first start in spring training. And they, Marshawn, you said you've been checking the Indians app to see if they had made any moves, and it had been blank. But did you get notification today of the Amed Rosario move? 1 year,
making no move.
1 year, over $4 million
from outside. That man was here last year. I seen that, and I seen Bieber got $6 million. I don't care about them. We need more talent.
$6 million, and that's still bargain basement for that amount of talent, man.
They cheap.
I know, but Shane Bieber could get so much more than that if he went somewhere else. Well, yeah, Willie, that's our time. Marshawn, that's our time. It's been fun. And as always, thank you guys so much. And thank you everyone for listening and for your support. You're listening to WOVU 95.9 FM, Her in the Huddle. And we are out of here. Willie, what time are we supposed to be on?
1 hour.
1 hour, so that's 8 o'clock?
Yeah.
Okay, I ain't gonna have my camera on because I'm be packing for Vegas.
Vegas?
Yeah. I'll leave tomorrow night. So I'll be packing.
You can have your face on for 30 minutes, man. Come on. 15 minutes.
30 minutes? I ain't packed nothing yet.
It ain't on. So you mean tell me that 30 minutes is gonna keep you from gosh.
I'm fat now. I can't fit in everything. So.
That's why I don't like dealing with coons, man.
Oh my God.
Damn coons. That's what they call you in Texas. Damn coons.
All right, I'll see y'all in an hour. I got a meeting right now with my bartender.
Okay.
I sent y'all the link too.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh man.
All right.
See ya.
Big.